Angel Reese is a champion in the unrivaled that virtually no one watched. People immediately took to social media and Twitter and started posting, look at what Angel Reese has accomplished. She has a national championship at LSU. She was the rebounding queen of the WNBA. Now she has a championship in the unrivaled, and she's Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, what an accomplishment.
Jason Whitlock isn't giving Angel Reese a pass this time. The media has been hyping up her championship, like she was the star of the show, but there's just one small problem. She didn't even make it to the playoffs.
Angel Reese, 3-on-3, let's get it! Hey, we back like we never left. Angel Reese in the post, gonna work number 5, shake and bake, earthquake, bang! Hey Angel, you had all off season to get in the lab, fix your lamps, but what did you do? More podcasting, layup, mashed potatoes, bang!
Angel was nowhere to be found, while her team was out there grinding and actually earning that championship title. But that hasn't stopped certain media outlets from pretending she was the heart and soul of the operation. Spoiler alert, she wasn't even in the building.
Angel Reese beating her ship. What y'all gonna say now? Now that I have this unrivaled championship that I didn't even think to attend. She went to LeBron James's youngest son's high school state championship game. If this championship mattered, she would show up. She can afford it.
I had no idea that Angel Reese didn't even bother to show up, did not show up to support her teammates. It was that unimportant, but yet took a victory lap that you won a championship? You got to be joking.
So, we have to ask, are we witnessing a true career-defining moment, or just another case of the media manufacturing a narrative? Let's take a closer look at Angel Reese.
Thought we're gonna leave the hop skippity do 3000 in 2024. Jumping off one foot, landing on that same foot. Then we're stat padding. Still, I thought we were past this, Angel. Bang! Rebounder in WNBA history. Look at this. Elite rebound. Look at that vertical. Look at the outlet pass. No, Angel. No. Why, Angel? Why? Not the kick out 3, butter pecan. Bang! If you throw it out of bounds, you hate puppies. What? She a playmaker. She's a point queen. Point queen. She making plays for the other team. Bang! Caitlin Clark's not the only one that can make cool passes. I can do it. Me too.
This bold game-changing shift in women's basketball was framed as a groundbreaking moment for a league desperately seeking a spark.
Angel Reese was a member of the Rose. They won the inaugural unrivaled championship last night.
I guess if you want to take a victory lap on that, you can. I just don't know if it means anything.
But let's not kid ourselves. Almost nobody cared. This wasn't real 5-on-5 competition. It was 3-on-3 basketball, a format that even die-hard fans barely track. And yet, somehow, this glorified summer league ended up being treated like a WNBA Finals rematch.
How important this championship was to Angel Reese. Angel Reese didn't even attend the game. She was not in the building last night.
However, let's be real, almost nobody cared. This was a 3-on-3 basketball league, a format that even die-hard fans barely pay attention to. Yet somehow, this glorified summer tournament was hyped up as if it were a WNBA Finals showdown.
All of that was more important than being at the location, being with her teammates.
Why is it just women's basketball where we see athletes acting like this?
Despite ESPN's desperate attempts to make it seem important, Reese's team's Rose versus Vinyl matchup was supposed to be the grand finale. But let's be honest, nobody even noticed it happened. Meanwhile, real leagues are out here drawing millions of viewers without the forced hype.
When her team achieved this remarkable accomplishment, Angel Reese was so thrilled, she FaceTimed in press conference and celebration. That's how big this unrivaled championship was.
And the only reason anyone is even talking about it right now is, surprise, surprise, Angel Reese. The irony? Instead of actually playing in the championship, or even the final 2 playoff games, she was off doing her own thing, FaceTiming into the celebration like she had just dropped 40 in the finals. Classic Angel. More hype than substance, more selfies than stats. Yet she always finds a way to make herself the center of attention, deserved or not.
ESPN covered this championship. Chelsea Gray scored 30-some-odd points last night in the championship game. This championship that Angel Reese has added to her trophy case that she didn't even play in the last 2 games.
Angel Reese thought that FaceTiming into the post-game celebration counted as participation if she really thought that this was a significant milestone in her career. You would think that she would have actually shown up and played. Can you imagine the headlines if Caitlin Clark skipped a championship game and still expected to receive praise from Asia Wilson or Brianna Stewart? Of course not, because serious players don't pull that move.
Oh no, it's Angel Reese, left alone! Bang! My money, and I want it now! Quarter 3 ball, butter pecan, burn!
Y'all gonna disrespect me and not guard me? Well, hand down, man down. Burn!
McDonald's handing out brand deals for this kind of bag work. I'll take a lot less. Help a brother out. Bang!
Really only need 3,997 more threes to catch Steph.
Bang!
Of course, the moment the criticism started rolling in, social media leaped to her defense. Her fans flooded Twitter, calling her a champion, and stacking this glorified scrimmage win next to her LSU title and WNBA rebounding stats. Like they were all on the same level. Spoiler alert, they're not even close.
She thought so much of this championship that she was like, nah, I don't want to diminish the greatness of this championship by attending the game and rooting on my teammates. So I'll FaceTime in. No one wanted a 3-on-3 full-court women's basketball league, and no one paid attention to this. Let's put together a social media campaign and let's pretend like Angel Reese just accomplished something important.
This entire situation is the definition of manufactured hype. If this championship had actually mattered, Reese wouldn't have skipped the last 2 games, especially not the finals. FaceTiming into a celebration doesn't exactly scream team leader. The reality is, the media has been working overtime to position Angel as the next big thing in women's basketball. Facts and logic be damned. But this so-called accomplishment, it's more illusion than impact.
Because we're going to build up this narrative that Angel Reese is one of the great athletes of our lifetime. She's right there with Steph Curry, and she's right there with LeBron James. She's right there with Kevin Durant. She's got a championship at LSU, and now she has a championship in the unrivaled league.
We've seen the media bend over backward to hype up Angel Reese before, and this time is no different. The league itself didn't exactly captivate the sports world, but ESPN and others treated it like a WNBA finals moment, conveniently ignoring the fact that Reese didn't even play in the games that actually decided the title. The so-called unrivaled league championship is just the latest example of this ongoing narrative engineering.
Let's go rush to social media and pretend that you care more about the unrivaled league than Angel Reese does.
Yet somehow, Angel finds herself at the center of what might be one of the most awkward championship moments in recent memory. She missed the final 2 games, didn't touch the ball, didn't step on the court, and still strutted around like she pulled off the basketball equivalent of winning the Super Bowl. It's baffling, and frankly, a little embarrassing.
Tell me why I love her odds. Look at her defenders. They moonwalk backwards. She's always going to be open. Bah! If only the IRS left me alone like Angel's defenders leave her alone. Tax evasion! Bah! Her new nickname is 7-Eleven because she's open 24/7, baby. Bah! Shout out to my Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham. This is for you. Bah!
Let that sink in. We're handing out accolades to a player who wasn't even on the court for the most important matchups. In any other sport, skipping the championship game means you don't get the spotlight. But Angel Reese, she's the exception, apparently. It's as if the rules of competition don't apply when you've got the right media machine backing you. And let's not pretend this tournament was stacked with the WNBA's elite. This wasn't a best of the best showcase. It was a brand new 3-on-3 format that lacked real star power. No Caitlin Clark, no Aja Wilson, no Kelsey Plum. Even Sabrina Ionescu, who was initially linked to the event, bailed early. That alone should tell you everything you need to know.
Don't understand how the WNBA won't have enough money to pay her. I mean, max contract. We're talking about Curry land. We're talking about LeBron. I mean, she brings all the eyeballs. She's so skilled. She does everything perfectly. I mean, she can dunk too. Look at that. Bang! Netflix, listen to me. If the WNBA won't pay her, you better. Comedy special, man. She's hilarious. Who else can do the hop, skippity, drop, step, bang better than her? Bang! Bang!
Yet somehow, Angel Reese finds herself at the center of one of the most embarrassing championship moments in recent memory. She paraded around as if she had just won the basketball equivalent of the Super Bowl, all while missing the final 2 games, never touching the ball, and never stepping foot on the court. It's baffling, and frankly, a little embarrassing.
And this championship game was so unimportant. She's like, nah, I'm good. I'll watch from home. I'll watch this stream from home, and I'll FaceTime in if we win.
This league has got to figure out a way to honor Angel Reese in all this. That's right.
So, here's the real question. Does this actually count as a legitimate championship? Or is it just another case of the media pushing the Angel Reese narrative? Spoiler, it's the latter. This isn't just about appearances. It's about the reality of the situation. And the reality is, Reese wasn't a key player. She was a bystander. Of course, social media wasted no time hyping it up. Her biggest supporters quickly added this so-called title to her list of achievements, acting like it belonged in the Hall of Fame alongside her LSU days. But let's be real. A true competitor would have been on the court, fighting with their teammates, not celebrating from a distance over FaceTime. If this were Caitlin Clark, the media would be questioning her absence. But for Reese, the rules seem to be different. At the end of the day, this isn't about criticism. It's about setting the record straight. You don't get credit for success you didn't earn. And if you're going to call yourself a champion, you should be on the court when it counts, not phoning it in.
We have to sit through the fake importance of double-doubles all over again? Question mark? Oh, nobody gets hollow double-doubles like your girl, Angel Reese.
You know what makes this whole situation downright hilarious? The media is bending over backward to avoid acknowledging the most awkward truth of all. Angel Reese's absence might have actually helped her team. Instead of admitting that, they keep pushing the fairy tale that she was the glue, holding everything together. But here's the reality. The team looked smoother, more in sync, and dare I say, better without her. Let that sink in. During the championship game, Chelsea Gray put on an absolute masterclass, dominating on both ends of the court. Fans online couldn't help but notice how the team seemed to flow effortlessly once Reese was out of the lineup.
There are 16 players with a higher point per average than Reese. She led the league in rebounds per game and personal fouls per game. Her points numbers won't translate to the W very well because free throws only count for 1 point.